Cheers, everybody. Welcome to another poll result poll result video. First of all, I've got to make a big apology about this one because I basically fucked it up twice. This poll, and I know people on the previous polls put lots of comments on, and um, I apologise for deleting the two polls. Okay, I'll give you the reasons why. First of all, I thought I'd do a poll about Spanish beer. Which Spanish beer do you hate? And I made the blatant mistake of putting San Miguel in the poll. And of course, San Miguel, even though it's been associated with Spain, lots of, the normal Joe public would associate San Miguel with Spain. It's not Spanish, it's Filipino. So I had to delete that. Then I thought, well, replace, San Miguel with Madri. with Madri. And of course, Madri is about as Spanish as me. It's brewed in Burton upon Trent. And of course, I had to delete that one. So I put out another poll. So this is it. I said, right, after fucking up twice, for the third time, what is your go-to Spanish beer? Video up next week. And the four beers I put into the poll is Alhambra, Mal, Cruz Campo, and Estrella Galicia. So I did get some comments, and I'm going to read them because it's very much warranted because I fucked up twice. So I'm going to go to the bottom first. The Hopper Reviews. Now, there's comedy on this. The Hopper Reviews, fantastic channel and very, very clever channel. Go and check him out. Really good. He says Foster's. I think he's taking the piss out of me because I put everything else in. Might as well put Foster's on the first poll, and I really. Steve Allen says, got to say, Spanish lager is poor. Last year, Lidl stocked on Estrella. Damn, Keller beer. This is the only decent Spanish beer I've had. I remember that. Every time I go away to Malaga or Benalmádena, I tend to kind of like go for something like that. The Hoppy Traveller says Victoria Malaga. Yes, I did not put that in the poll. Sorry, but it is Victoria. They do lots of variations of beers, and I do enjoy them. And they're great labels as well. I don't know if you've seen a lot of the other Victoria beers. They've got fantastic labels on them. Yeah, totally agree with you with that, Hoppy Traveller. Slurpy Dave says, in Puerto Palenza last year, I talked to a lot of bar owners who refused to stock Amstel, Spanish brewed Amstel, and San Miguel in their pubs. Cruz Campo was pretty poor as well by a mile. Estrella Galicia was regarded much better option than all the others. To be honest, Cruz Campo, what we get over here, obviously what is brewed over here, I'd imagine Cruz Campo do other styles. I do an IPA over there in Spain, which I thought was quite good for what it was. So we only get the lagers. Cruz Campo, they do other stuff as well. Estrella Galicia, yeah. Big Phil Acton. I love that name, Big Phil Acton. Seagull. I was going to say shit like that on this. Big Phil Acton. He says, when I was in Sevilla 16 years ago, I'm sorry about laughing, it's your name. Phil, change your name. It's making me laugh. Big Phil Acton. And when I was in Sevilla 16 years ago, it was 40 plus degrees. I picked up an 8-pack of Cruz Campo in a local supermarket, €5. Never had it before, and quite frankly, it was the best lager type beverage I'd ever tasted. Next time I had it, it was in the UK recently, Manchester, 4 degrees and sleeting. Not the same beer, not at all watery, tasteless, and grim. Two things to take away from this. One, the recipe was changed for the UK palate. A problem we face in this country, many examples of this, they all think we're a bunch of lager yobs in the UK, to be honest, Phil. I don't know how the UK is portrayed in European media, but I don't think it's I don't think it's a positive light, to be honest, especially with the riots last year. Um, Two, it's not 40 degrees outside. Surrounding weather has a huge impact on drinkers' perception of a beverage. I've got to agree with you with that. Surrounding your surroundings and the weather you're in or where you are has an impact on what you drink. Totally. So yeah, cheers for that, Big Phil. Actung. Um, Andy 3412. I'm still having a soft drink. Yeah, looking at them. So let's give you the results. In last place on 7% is Alhambra. Now Alhambra, they do a variety of beers in Spain, and to be honest, I think that is down to people not trying it. I think Alhambra are not a bad brewery, to be honest. They do stuff out there which you would go for. Again, we're talking. I've said it in reviews before. Drinking a Spanish beer in Spain is a lot different to drinking it here. The weather, as Big Phil says, has an influence on you, and I'd imagine you thinking, yeah, it's like the best drink in the world. If you're in a hot, searing hot heat, and you're just dried up and you need just something wet, of course you're gonna go for it. So Alhambra's in fourth place, 7%. Mal is in third place with 9%. Mal have got lots of different beers out there. Again, it's the same category of just drinking anything that's wet in the hot Spanish sun. Second place is Cruz Campo. Again, if you get underneath the Cruz Campo flag of what we get here, if you get into Spain, they do lots of different stuff. And I have to say, like I said, the IPA was a lot better than what. Maybe they should chuck the IPA over here. It might go down better than than the lager does. And in first place, Estrella Galicia. I have to say, 72%. I have to say, Estrella Galicia isn't bad at all. I haven't had it in this country. I haven't had it on it. I don't know if you can get it. Can you get Estrella Galicia in this country? Put them in the comments about that. But I've had it quite often in Spain, and out of the lagers, it's got substance to it. So for me, I have to agree with the result of that. As far as Cruz Campo, Mal, and Alhambra, I would have put Cruz Campo last place. I would have put Mal in second and Alhambra in third. That's just me. I mean, Cruz Campo, pretty ropey over here, but different variations of different styles of beer they do over there is better. Putting it on a perfect draft, it wasn't going to go down well, was it, with some? And it definitely, it's a waste of money, I think. So yeah, not surprised really about the result. Maybe slightly surprised with where Lambert ended up, but that's down to most probably not being available as much over here as Cruz Campo. Estrella Galicia, yeah, worthy winner in my book. So thank you again for this poll video, this poll result. I will put up another one. I already got another one suggested to me by Baz at All the Beer No Idea. I'll put it up next week. As for this one, yeah. Cheers again, everybody. Bib bib.